Articulation Radio. Articulation. 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 Articulation.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another informative and entertaining episode of Articulation Radio. I am your host, the Honorable Walking Man. You know how we do things here at Articulation Radio. We will start off the day's episode by taking a glance at the news headlines, and today's news segment is sponsored by bepublished.org.
Here are three of the news headlines I saw today, Wednesday, August 21st, 2024, when visiting EliteValuesNews.com. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarks on a crucial visit to Ukraine and Poland. Chicago will see an increase in tourism as the Democratic National Convention gears up for tomorrow's speech by Vice President Kamala Harris, who is expected to accept her party's nomination for the presidency. And parents are encouraged to speak to teens about dating violence ahead of the new school year. Those are three of the news headlines I saw when visiting EliteValuesNews.com. As you know, so much happens in this world of ours, and the staff at Elite Values News makes it a point to keep you abreast of as much as possible. They report on multiple categories, so check them out any minute, within any day, in any hour, and feel free to hit refresh if you want under any of the multiple categories on which they report. Head on over right now to get your feel of the news. Do that anytime. Head over to EliteValuesNews.com. I'm Goddess Sage, reporting live.
Looking for the latest news? Visit Elite Values News. EliteValuesNews.com has all the latest news and information. Check out the headlines hourly. EliteValuesNews.com. Visit now.
Would you like a motivational speaker to come to your company or organization to speak to your group? Visit lifespurposeministries.com. That's lifespurposeministries.com.
This first du jour is brought to you by Life's Purpose Ministries and comes to you from Exodus 23, verses 25 through 26 of the King James Version of the Holy Bible. And it reads, "And ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. There shall nothing cast their young, nor be barren in thy land. The number of thy days I will fulfill." That's Exodus 23, verses 25 through 26. Blessed be the reader and the hearer of the word.
Do you want to be published? Are you looking for a high-quality, low-cost way to be published with a fast turnaround? Visit bepublished.org to publish today. www.bepublished.org. bepublished.org. Publish today. Books, movies, and music. Listeners, we love you, we hear you, and I am the man that's happy to be here with you today on this happening episode of Articulation Radio. I have an interviewer that I'm going to be talking to for you today in the studio, so hold on tight. I'm going to roll some songs and come back with some info on them for you.
I can't go on pretending I don't care. I can't go on pretending I don't such a shame for you. All my secrets are free, and I just wanna learn yours and absorb everything, everything you mean. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. You're making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. Making me weak. You expect me to keep my composure and my exposure and on my toes, but I'm too vulnerable to disregard the danger of the deepest part of you. Oh, be merciful. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. Making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. Making me weak. I can't sleep. Oh, so deep, so deep. It's making me weak. It's so sweet, so sweet. I can't think. Incomplete. It's making me weak. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. It's so deep. Making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. Making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. Making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. Making me weak.
ARTistreview.com. All artists need a platform. The Artist Review makes sure you have the one you need to put your work in front of your fans. ARTistreview.com. Artist, REVUE.com.
a senior who's seeking a lifestyle club that's centered around you? If you are aged 55 and older, visit The Sitting Room. Their website is sittingroom.xyz. That's sittingroom.xyz.
Today's episode of Articulation Radio was kicked off with My Favorite Weakness by Erica Johnson. After that, you heard Spread the Word by Martin Goffin. Now, today's episode is titled Think, Express, Become, because Goddess Sage will be interviewing the behavioral health expert, Bokinia Colbert, about her brand new interactive book, and you have to grab up your copy. Matter of fact, head over right now to myhealthynoggin.com, my-healthy-noggin.com, and grab up your copy right now. But definitely stay tuned. I am about to roll Good Morning Heartache by Goddess Sage, and right after that, she's going to come on with that interview with Bokinia Colbert, so hang tight.
You are listening to Articulation Radio. Head on over to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts.
Have you always wanted to start a business but can't seem to get it off the ground? Visit theconglomerate.work, theconglomerate.work, theconglomerate.work. Start your new business today.
Good morning, heartache. You old lonely sight. Good morning, heartache. Thought we said goodbye last night. I tossed and turned until it seemed you had gone, but here you are with the dawn. Wish I'd forget you, but you're here to stay. It seems I met you when my love went away. Now every day I start by saying to you, good morning, heartache. What is new? Stop haunting me now. 'Cause I can't shake you, no how. Just leave me alone. I've got those Monday blues straight through Sunday blues. Good morning, heartache. Here we go again. Have tea with me, but do go, please.
Do you frequently shop online and you're looking for a new place to shop? Join the club, JeffersonTaylor.club, where models, designers, inventors, and other creators offer customers the best products at fair prices. Jefferson Taylor, JeffersonTaylor.club. Join the club. Shop today, JeffersonTaylor.club.
Articulation Radio is very pleased to have with us today, people, the author, the wellness coach, the pretty much, I would say, your healing in a box or in your pocket, so to say, or on your shelf. Yeah, we'll call it, your healing elf on this shelf. We have Miss Bokinia Colbert with us today, and she is going to be sharing not only some information about her brand new book, which you have to head on over right now to Amazon and grab up, or you can even head over to her website too, myhealthynoggin.com, and that's my-healthy-noggin.com. But of course, we're going to be plucking her brain and getting, I would say, some other tips for you all as well, so that way she would be able to help you on your journey toward healing and assuring that you live your best life by making sure that you take care of your mental health. Miss Bokinia Colbert, how are you today?
I am wonderful, and thank you so much, Goddess Sage, for having me on today. I love the help on the shelf. I'm going to steal that. I love that.
Yes. And you definitely are that, because for a lot of people, and we know nowadays, there are some people who, like myself, still prefer to hold that book in your hand. And we know that there are a lot of people who, they're into the whole electronic thing. But
yes.
The good thing about it is that with your book, whether a person, likes having that hard copy in their hand, or whether a person is going through and they're reading your book via their device, it's still able to be an interactive work. It's still, well, number one, people, let me first tell you this. The name of her book is My Healthy Noggin, Mental Wellness, Journaling Through Sunshine, Thunderstorms, and Rainbows. And you have to grab up your copy, because even with hearing that, you all can already tell, because I'm sure you're like, well, yeah, I've run across other books that are dealing with mental wellness and that are dealing with journaling, but is it mental wellness journaling through sunshine, thunderstorms, and rainbows? And even with that, it lets you know it's not just about, because there are some people who, they have the grief journaling, and it's all
yes.
about just that. Then there are other people who have, just your daily life journaling. And,
yes.
It's all about, just putting in just a few little sentences about what all you went through that day. But to have it to where here's something that is open for all the different aspects of life in anything that you've gone through
yes.
that you would like to think. How has the reception been so far for you? And let people know also about the price, because we know that they can get it from your website, the my-healthy-noggin.com site, as well as from Amazon, any book retailers worldwide. But let them know how much this book is, because people, it is so affordable. But what you're going to get from this is literally like a therapy session plus the friend session, plus you get the peer support. It's like you're getting so much, but I want them to hear from you what a bargain it is that they're getting. How much is this book, and what has been some of the feedback that you've been receiving so far?
Great question. So first of all, the price is $18.99 for the book. I wanted it to be reasonably priced so that you could afford it. I mean, I think that we invest in ourselves in so many ways, and sometimes we just kind of blow money. But I think that investing in our mental health is worth the $18.99 and more, because this book is a life book. It's not a one-time read. I wrote this book as a companion to walk with you as you go through your life. So in the beginning, it kind of takes you from where I am today, and then it helps you look backward. You can take notes on where you've been, where you want to go. The reception has been amazing. I can't even say anything other than when it was in my mind over the years to kind of come up with this type of book, I never thought that so many people would actually get it. I just wanted to help people as a behavioral health specialist. I work with people all the time on dealing with what's going on in their everyday life. So I kept trying to figure out how could I do that with people that I've never met before, people who never go into to see a counselor, never go into a therapist. How can I help their everyday person? And that's where this book was born. And I called it My Healthy Noggin because that's what kept me going when I was going through my own stuff over the years. Mm-hmm. Over the years, I kept thinking, I've got to keep my mind in a healthy place so that I can be the best version of myself. And that was my goal. So I took what was my goal and then put it on paper. And I'm hoping that when the listeners see it and when people pick up this book, it's not my healthy noggin, it's your healthy noggin that you're reading about and you're writing about in this book.
Yes, yes. And that is the way it's done, too, because we can't teach what we don't know. And often the greatest bits of education that we can give someone is not necessarily just the things that we've absorbed that other people have passed on to us. It's that living knowledge, that wisdom, the thing where, we've gone through and we've, how they would say, we've bumped our own head, we've done that lesson firsthand, and so we know for a fact that it's true that when so-and-so says such and such that, the teacher is right because, hey, we've tested that theory, we've applied that knowledge, and we have the wisdom to know that, this is going to be the result. And so people, listen, whether you're facing everyday challenges or whether it's some profound changes in your life, this book here is going to be one that is going to offer you the tools that you need as well as the inspiration that you need to achieve the mental wellness and to lead you to a more fulfilling life. Because actually, Ms. Bokinia also offers you wisdom in this book, but she also gives you the empathy because as you can hear, she's been there. She's done that. Mm-hmm. She not only has the T-shirt, but she's written a book about it. And you, too, can have it to wear just like she's going to be because we all know, especially those of us who are creators, that anything you create, you're going to revisit that. You're going to experience that. And to have it to where, you've put this buffer for your own life, that it's something that could also make life a bit smoother for other people is definitely a plus. And people, when I tell you this is a real guide, something that's going to lead you to that brighter, healthier future that you want, one that you may feel like life keeps tricking you out of or keeps snatching you off the path of. You literally can take your life back, get your power back, get back to you one journal entry at a time. And now, Bokinia, I so want to call you Dr. Colbert, Dr. Bokinia, but
that would be a first. A lot of people call me Coach Kenya because Kenya is my nickname. So when I'm working with my clients and when I'm working with families, Coach Kenya comes very easily to them. But thank you for the doctor, from your mouth to God's ears. How about that?
Yes, because of course, so much wisdom, so much openness, such help, and of course we know the empathy that is there, as well as of course naturally it's a compassionate work, it's an optimistic work, it's an encouraging work. So let me ask you, what was it with all of the, I would say, sunshine and rainbows that we know that's inherent in this work and that it will bring out in other people's lives? tell us about a thunderstorm that you were able to overcome by using some of the techniques that are in My Healthy Noggin.
Okay, that actually is a very good question. So while living, because living will be the first step to understanding life, is that everything is not as you would think it to be. In my own journey, I kind of got to the point where I was living and I thought I was in one place. But in the middle of all of that, I realized that really negative things were happening and I had to figure out why. So one pivotal moment for me was realizing that mental wellness is not a static state, but a continuous journey. It's not a one-time moment, not a one-time moment in time. It keeps rolling, it keeps moving. And after a particularly stressful year, we've all had them, and I had mine, I found myself struggling despite seemingly to have it all together and under control on the outside. On the inside, the questions of why and why me kept just bombarding my brain. And this experience taught me the importance of regular mental health check-ins long before it became a popular thing. And psychology is my major, so I really have always wanted to know why we do the things we do, why we go the places we go, why we say what we say. But personally, you have to kind of take a moment and look in the mirror. And I was caught off guard. I was like, wait a minute, I thought that I was here. And but life circumstances,
it does rock your world for people who, don't know. For some people, like, well, how you get caught off guard? No, it happens, people. Like,
it happens.
You realize this part of you, kind of like, for those of you listening, it's kind of like when you realize all of a sudden you can do something that you thought you could not do. It's the same for those of us who, when we think we don't feel something and suddenly we realize we do feel, it's like, whoa, where did that come from? How long have I been feeling? How did I not know? It's the same thing, people. We learn things about ourselves. It can go in any direction, and we can all be surprised.
And it's so true, So you speak from experience as well, my sister. You get it.
Yes,
and I was caught off guard, but in hindsight, when I look back, I came to realize that what seemed surprising was this surprising development actually was not that surprising. The signs were already there. I just chose to ignore them while I was walking around I'm walking around wearing my rose-colored glasses thinking that all is this. But when I look back, and I could only see it in hindsight, and that's why this book matters to me, because in hindsight, it was so much clearer. And I took that time and said, okay, these kind of moments are not just things that happen to me, they're life lessons. So I started living my life with every time something happened, I didn't see it as a problem. I saw it as a life lesson. And that's a concept I explore deeply in this book. I want to offer the readers a practical steps to how to adapt to life, but how to thrive.
Yes. And those, I believe, are two of the greatest challenges that everyone faces in life.
Yeah.
Being able to be malleable, flexible, not just go with the flow. It's not at all. It's being able to kind of go through the different metamorphoses that you would need to in order to be able to be your best in any given situation, to be able to perform your greatest, to be able to fully be your greatest and your best in that moment, and optimize every opportunity that comes along in that space and for where you are in that vein. For people who are like, I don't really like doing a bunch of writing. But I've been told that I need to journal, that I need to get stuff out, but I don't want to talk to people. But I know I need to get it out. And people have even said, oh, well, I need to paint then, but I don't want to get no paint on my hand. What would you say to those who, you already hear me coming up the driveway, what would you say to those who, no matter what tools they seem to be offered, they seem to have some kind of excuse, in my words, but in their words, a reason as to why they can't enter into that. What tips do you have for people to kind of help those people see that they have to start somewhere? And maybe the starting somewhere would simply be journaling. It's not that they have to write 5 pages a day or a set amount. How do you help people kind of get over the hurdle of getting started?
One thing that I really encourage everyone to do is to, first of all, journal in your mind. If you had to write your story, if you had to tell what was going on today in a paragraph in your mind without writing it down, at the end of the day, what would you say about your day? And so the question comes to mind, how do I feel today? So if in your mind you can honestly keep it all in your brain, because my brain has so many words in it, they just spill all out on the paper, on the computer, they spill everywhere. But if you really are a person that don't like journaling, everybody does not like journaling. So the beauty of knowing your own mind is to start inside of your own head. And I would ask that person, you know what, just sit down and meditate for a minute. And in your meditation, ask yourself, how do I feel today? Whatever that answer is, that's the beginning of your journal. Whatever, I feel great, that's the beginning of your journal. If it such and such happened today and it was negative, that's the beginning of your journal in your mind. Before you go to my book and before you go to pen and paper, I journal on my phone all the time in the notes section. I grab my phone, whatever thoughts in my head in that moment, I grab my phone, I open notes, and I jot down whatever I'm thinking in that moment. Done. It's out of my head. Now I've got room for something else. I can think about something else.
Yes, I so agree. Because people, a lot of times that extra weight and feeling bogged down and weighed down, it may be because you are carrying so much in your head. Your house is on your head. Your car is on your head. All 15 of your relatives are on your head. And that's a lot of weight on your shoulders. That's a lot. And, so, no, it's a lot. So, no, she said it. Get it out. Get it out. If it's just using your phone to, quickly record whatever or type whatever, get it out. It needs to come out. And do you...
Can I add something to that?
Yes. Yes,
I'm sorry. I wanted to add, because you went right down the street I want to be on, actually, because getting it out is different than getting it out when you're talking to a friend, when you're talking to your family member. It's so different, because what you put in your phone or on a piece of paper should be truthful, should be without judgment. It is exactly what you're thinking. It's your thoughts without judgment. When we speak to other people, we're always trying to look like we kind of got it together. I'm not all the way up, all the way off. No, when I write it down, I can be as off as I want to. It gives me something to work on.
Yes. So true. So true. And have you had it to where you've used any of these techniques? Say, for instance, there was something that, is one of the special parts of your book, and that you've kind of, because of course your work is interactive,
right.
So, you have an interactive book. So have you had it to where you've kind of, I would say, gone in and you've pulled parts of this literary baby and just blam, just splattered it right there in reality on somebody without them even realizing that they are literally a walking element of your book. Like have you with talking to, because I know sometimes we all have friends who they vent and everything. And so have you been able to kind of use something from your book to help someone through something during a conversation or something?
Yes, great question, because I think that the people who know me and my friends and family and even some of my clients will say that it's in reverse. I did it with them, and then I put it in the book instead of vice versa. Because that's how I
we
think.
have definitely stuff that works. Yes, it's been tried and tested, baby.
I know what worked. I know what worked in certain situations. Everybody is different, but with a little adjusting, we can make it all work. We just have to figure out who we're talking to and where they're coming from, and remove ourselves and just listen. Because if I'm listening to you, you're already telling me where you are. I just got to put myself where you are instead of trying to get you to where I am. I go to you. And when I get to you, I know you're telling me what's going on. I already know what the destination is. The destination is for you to get in a healthier mindset.
Yes.
I in reverse start there, and I try to work towards a destination. I'm not just talking or saying words or half listening. When I'm even talking to my children, my family, even to you, I'm listening, and I'm not just trying to find the answer to what you're saying. I'm trying to listen to your heart. I'm trying to listen to what you're not saying, because what you're not saying is actually telling me what's going on.
Right. A lot of people ignore the great in-between,
Yes.
and it's like, we've kind of forgotten the fact that, it's more than what we see that is actually what we encounter. It's always something else that's a part of it. And for those of you who are just tuning in, you're listening to Articulation Radio. Of course, my name is Goddess Sage, and I am interviewing Miss Bokinia Colbert, and we're talking about her brand new book titled My Healthy Noggin: Mental Wellness Journaling Through Sunshine, Thunderstorms, and Rainbows. So you have to head over right now. Go to your favorite book retailer, whether it's the one right around the corner in your neighborhood or whether it's online, or you can head straight to her website and get the book from there, because as you know, that's the best place to get it, because you know that you want an autographed copy of this. You want yours autographed, and so head over to her website, my-healthy-noggin.com. That's my-healthy-noggin.com, myhealthynoggin.com. Go ahead and get yours in, my-healthy-noggin.com. Go ahead and get yours in. And let me ask you real quick, do you have any events that are upcoming, so that for those who say they went to Amazon or went to Shrine of the Black Madonna, got their book, and they want to bring it and get it autographed, do you have any upcoming events?
My publicist, Jennifer Perry, my public relations person, is working on that as we speak, and I will keep you updated as the events come. She's sending them to me, and once we have confirmation, then I will definitely forward them on to you.
Beautiful. So, listeners, you know that means that you got to stock that website. My-healthy-noggin.com. Stock that thing, baby, so that way you can be among the first people.
Yes.
Time they book anything, you'll be among the first people to find that out. And so, and of course, and for those who are like, okay, well, I want to be able to have it to where I can reach out to her and have her to answer certain questions, because I already have the book, and this particular question here, I'm not really sure how to interpret this. Is there a way for me to email her? On your website, do you have it set up where people can communicate with you through your website?
Most definitely. So once you go to the website, join the group, because once you join the Healthy Noggin group, you can enter your email, and you'll get a copy of mine. So anything that you want to say to me, there's an opening just for a format just for you guys to come in, ask questions, and we're actually building on that as well now, but it is available for you to come join. And there's an email there that you can email to me. Make sure I get your email as well when you sign up for the email list. And all questions are so welcome.
Yes. And people, and I would say, if you know for a fact that, number one, you say, for instance, if you're like, hey, I just need some, new questions, new things to ponder, I want to, go a little bit deeper with my introspection, go cogitate some things I had not previously done. So do that. Grab up your copy of this book. For those of you who are like, I know for a fact that I need some help. I need some support, and I really don't have the funds or don't have the time to invest in committing to this therapy session every week or every day, but I know I need to do something. I got to take some kind of action, and I got to do something. This I recommend for you as well. And for those of you who are like, look, I'm always on the path of self-improvement. I know that life is a lifelong journey of constantly improving yourself. I want to be sure to add something else to my arsenal so that my personal development would be able to go to the next level. I recommend this for you too. Because, of course, these questions, they're so open-ended and so pointed to where you can't help but you're going to, even if you go through and every day you perform introspection and you ask yourself these different questions every time, I guarantee you it's going to be something in this book that you're like, I've never thought about that. I never, and you're going to instantly have an answer for it, believe me.
Yes. Amen. Goddess Sage, I wanted to piggyback on what you're saying, because there is something that I pose all the time to myself every day. And every day it's like my own little mantra. Every day I have to remind myself that today is another opportunity to get it right. Yeah. And when I pose that question to myself, and I want the listeners kind of to kind of get yourself to that place, because when we say get it right, it just asks another question. What is it?
What is the it? Yes.
So what is it that I'm trying to get right? I'm trying to make sure I have purpose. I'm trying to make sure that there is passion in what I do. I have to make sure that there is self-love. I can't love anyone else until I love myself right. Mm-hmm. I have to understand myself. Do I have inner peace? Do I have empathy for others? So every day when there's an opportunity to get it right, it's that. But the biggest part is being honest about who you are and what you really want out of life. Because until you can answer those questions, until you can really find peace with that, you're going to keep searching and looking and feeling like you haven't reached your goals yet, because self-understanding and self-awareness is really not all in place yet. But it can be. It can be.
Yes.
And to wrap that up, we were all just born to be the best version of ourselves, for ourselves. That's the biggest part. People, I want to be the best version of myself for my kids, for my husband, for the world, but before I can be that to everyone else, I have to be the best version of me for me.
Yes. So true.
And that's that. Yes, ma'am.
But that's very true. But it goes back to, first a person has to be, number one, willing to accept themselves as they are, and two, be willing to walk in that authenticity. But with so many people seeking acceptance from other people and being willing to walk around in camouflage just so they can get some semblance of acceptance, but I love what you said. It goes back to, no, you have to face you, and you have to
Yes.
accept you, and you have to make sure that you are presenting for you, and you have to find that peace for you, which for
Yes.
a lot of us really is the big thing. Because I'm going to tell you now, whether or not, listeners, whether you realize it or not, even I only recently learned this lesson. There is no perfect day. There is no day where it's not a fire to put out. And if you're still looking forward to just one day where it ain't no, and one day, right, baby, honey, child, I had to be.
Now you're speaking the word.
Baby, no, don't be tricking yourself. That's utopia.
Exactly.
That is utopia. And when I tell you it, the way it, I promise you, because if you're like, well, no, but I'm not looking for everything to be perfect. Yes, you are. Because if you're saying you want one day where you don't have to put out not one fire, that means you want one day where everything goes the way it's supposed to go. That's utopia. We don't. This world does not allow for perfection. It does not. You can just try to get it as close to the way that you want it to be. And that's why people always tell us, well, it's not what happens, it's the way you react to it. And really it is, because if you already know it's going to go down, you already know to not be surprised by it. So since you're not going to be surprised, it's not going to hit you like a freight train, which means you won't be reacting in those extreme ways that leave these markers on your brain, and now you're training yourself to always react. It's just a lot, people. Get this book. Y'all need this. You need this. My Healthy Noggin. Head over to this website right now, my-healthy-noggin.com. You want to get this book. And for those of you, let me spell her name for you, because I know I've just been saying, to get the book by Bokinia Colbert. Her name is spelled Bokinia-Colbert. And that book, again, for you all is My Healthy Noggin, Mental Wellness Journaling Through Sunshine, Thunderstorms, and Rainbows. Y'all got to get this. You all have already, you know her heart. You literally can hear her sincerity. You'll be able to read her dedication, and you'll be able to, baby, put her in your pocket. You can have her on the shelf, wherever you want, in the meantime of her getting those events, because you're going to stay on top of that my-healthy-noggin.com so that you can be sure to see when and where her events are. But I'm going to let you get your last little bit of Coach Kenya, okay? So, Coach Kenya, what is there that you have not had a chance to share with the listeners of Articulation Radio that you would like to share with them at this moment?
Okay, guys, so going back to the question that Goddess Sage posed earlier, like if you don't journal, what can you do? So I have another answer to that as well, and it is my new podcast. So it's called the Healthy Noggin, The Mind Matters podcast. It's the spoken word. Thank you. And it is the spoken word companion to the energy of the book. Everything that I introduce in the book, I break down on the podcast, just like we're doing here. So when you want to have questions, when you want to know the answer to a question, that's what I want to say. When you want to know the answer to questions that might just be plaguing your mind, you can always go over and listen, because I promise you, just as Goddess Sage has stated, My Healthy Noggin, it speaks to all of that, whether it's your book, whether it's the podcast, whether it's listening to this show. Thank you very much, God, for bringing us to this show today. Yes. There are ways, and the internet is awesome. There are so many ways to keep your mind healthy. Even though the internet is right there, and we choose a lot of things that might not be as healthy for our minds, the internet is filled with healthy things. You just have to go and find them. So the Mind Matters podcast is a spoken word for this show, for the book. You are wonderfully made is my message. Everything you need to be is already inside of you. You are the best version of yourself already. You've just got to figure out how to express it, how to let the world see what God already knows. So I work really hard every day to help others to see what is inside of them. And I want to help you as well, because I needed help. I needed somebody to say, Kenya, you know what? That's not the worst thing in the world. It just looks like the worst thing in the world. Tomorrow is going to be better. And sometimes it takes a couple of tomorrows. But guess what? It always gets better.
Yes.
So if you can't find me on my website, meaning that I might not be active in that moment, come over to the podcast. I'm on social media, and you can always find me by my name, Bokinia Colbert, Bokinia, last name Colbert, Colbert. And I want to, and before I wrap up, because I really understand that we're in time crunch here, I wanted to give a special thank you to each and every person who has bought the book already or intend to. Thank you for your support. I pray that you find a message of love in the book, because I wrote it in love for you. A wonderful thank you to my tribe, who is my family and my friends, who stand with me even when no one is looking. Guys, that's your real friends. Who stands up for you when no one else is around? Those are your friends. Those are the people that you want to represent you. They don't talk behind your back. You don't have to worry about all of those negative things, because they got your best interests at heart. Mm-hmm. I love being here today. I absolutely loved it. I want to. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Goddess Sage, and the Articulation family, and your listeners. Thank you for sharing your platform with those of us working on our own dreams and goals of improving the world around us. I see you doing it. I see you guys doing it here, and I love it, and I would love to stay connected to this kind of energy.
Oh, likewise indeed. And let them know where they can tune into the Mind Matters podcast.
Yes, Mind Matters podcast, and you can find it, oh my gosh, everywhere. So if you're on Amazon and you see my book, beside it you'll see Audible and Amazon Music. If you're a member, if you've already have a subscription to Audible or Amazon Music, you get to listen to it for free. If not, you can find me on yes, thank you. You can find me on platforms like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podcast Index, Listen Notes, Deezer, Pocket Cast, Podchaser, Player FM, Overcast, Castro, Castbox, Good Pods, and Pod Friend.
Like everywhere in the podcast world, baby. No excuses. Just like her book is worldwide, so is this podcast, baby. So no, you can't not find it. My Healthy
Just
Noggin.
Look for My Healthy Noggin.
Mind Matters podcast.
That's right. Amen. The My Healthy Noggin, look for that first. You can also look for my name, but My Healthy Noggin's Mind Matters podcast is the title, and you can always find me there. And once a month, I'll start doing a live, but in the beginning, it really is a master class podcast. So for the first 3 weeks, it's master class. The last week will be live. So you'll get an opportunity to call in and let's talk about it.
Oh, people, now you know that you want some more of this Coach Kenya, right? You know you want some more. Go ahead and grab up that book, My Healthy Noggin, and you can grab that up from her website, myhealthynoggin.com, and put those hyphens in between those words, my-healthy-noggin.com. Head on over right now, grab up your copy. And also, like she said, you can also do it on Amazon. Put in that My Healthy Noggin, Bokinia Colbert, and then you'll be able to have it to where you can automatically tag in and jump on and grab up that podcast too and receive the notification. So people, this is what you want. This is what you need. Go ahead and get you some. Get you some healing, baby. Go ahead and get you some dreams fulfilled, baby. And have it to where you're arming yourself with some good healing love to where you can pass it on to someone else, let it trickle on down. And that way, because, we know that it's often that we hear, and sometimes we're even the ones that are saying, the things that need to be improved in this world and how society is. But we know that the way the world is and society is and the communities are, it's a reflection of the way our households are. And our households are reflecting the individuals. So if each individual is literally better and working toward being their best, then that means inevitably society, communities, this whole world will be better and will eventually become best. But we all got to start somewhere. So if we each start with ourselves, and then maybe we can inspire other people to work on themselves. And then in one day it will be, truly to where we like it, to where it won't be to where people feel like they're constantly going through A, B, and C instead of enjoying X, Y, and Z. So, let's get it to where we, go within and bring those things out that need to be brought out and work on those things that need to be worked on, but celebrate those things that need to be celebrated, because quite frankly, we focus a lot of attention on the things we don't like, but how much attention are you giving to those things that you do like? How much time do you take to actually praise yourself and to feed the things that need to stay instead of putting the focus on the things that you want to get rid of but can't seem to get rid of it because that's what's being fed? So let's shift the focus from the richest to the brokest. How about that? And let's start by making sure that we get some healthy noggins, okay? So head over to healthy-noggin.com and grab up Coach Kenya's book. And, of course, in her name again, Bokinia Colbert is spelled BOKINIA COLBERT. And you want to listen out for that Mind Matters podcast. People, this is what you want. Get you some. Coach Kenya, thank you so much for coming on to Articulation Radio. You're family now. You are welcome to come back at any time you wish.
Thank you.
And definitely once you schedule your book signing, don't hesitate coming on here.
Okay, thank you. Goddess Sage, you are the truth. I appreciate you. And guess what? There is no us without your support. So we appreciate and love you so much. Thank you.
Oh, eternal love. Listeners, stay tuned. Joaquin Man is going to roll you some more cuts. But go on over and grab up that book, all right?
Listeners, are you ready? Here's some more music for you. Keep this show going now.
Articulation Radio thanks you so much for listening. So head on over right now to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts on today's episode. In the meantime, we're going to keep the show rolling for you.
You just heard Some Days by Mo Stacks. Up next is Keep On Talking by Anders Bolton, followed by No More Will I Be Blue by Martin Colbert featuring Billy Valentine. Then you're going to hear My Number One by Wild Son featuring Ed Mills. Are you looking for grant writers, technical writers, creative writers, academic writers, any kind of writers? Head to the Writers Consortium. Their website, writersconsortium.us, www.writersconsortium.us. The Writers Consortium, writersconsortium.us, for all of your writing needs. Think of it, they can produce it for you. They are the ghost writers to the top people.
I know that I just met you, but you look. Oh girl, you blow my mind. I know what I would like to do, but you just keep on talking. I see your dog needs walking. Your folk drive you insane. I know, yeah, that's true. Of course, you ain't the one to blame. Keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. You keep on talking to me. But I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. Wanna see you move. Sure, I like to listen. It's not like I don't wanna know. It's just that you've been talking to me 3 nights in a row. I think it's time to let go. Forget the past, just lose control. Cause life's too short for yapping. Come on and dance, come give me soul. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking. You keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. Talking to me. You keep on talking, but I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move.
Weddings are expensive, but your love is worth it. Go to marryusnow.us to book the Minister of Love to officiate your wedding today. The fee is only $200 if your wedding is in the city of Chicago, and there's only a small fee to get the Minister of Love to travel outside of Chicago to your wedding location. Book the Minister of Love today. Visit marryusnow.us. That's marryusnow.us.
Today I got a call. My baby's coming home. Today I got a call. My baby's coming home. She didn't say when, she didn't say when, but at least I got her on the phone. I asked about a chance
Want to buy stocks, jewels, real estate, or other high-end items? Would you love to be able to contribute to charitable initiatives but cannot do these things with the money you currently have? Join Regal City Investment and Social Club, where you can pool money each month with other investors to make major purchases, give to the needy, and possibly turn a profit. www.regalcity.xyz. Become a Regal citizen today by joining Regal City Investment and Social Club. regalcity.xyz.
My people, my fam, my folks, I thank you so much. We all here at Articulation Radio, thank you so much for tuning in today and making us a part of what it is that you do. We encourage you to go over to our website, articulationmedia.club, and let us know not only what you think about today's episode, but make sure that your music Your interview and your ad all take place right here on this station, Articulation Radio. Go to articulationmedia.club right now and hook yourself up. Make sure that you do that so you can hook other people up. But be sure to tune in again on Articulation Radio. We'll catch you again soon. And in the meantime, you already know, keep being a doer, keep being a move maker, and keep making things happen.
Articulation Radio. Articulation.